What makes exercising with a group so addictive?
From the electrifying energy to the unbeatable connection and supportive community spirit, we're breaking down what Group X really is, why we love it.
And if you're not already in it, why you might just fall in love with it too. So let's dive in.
Hey there, welcome to Group X Appeal. I'm Kimberly Spring-Glick.
And I'm Terry Shorter. We're excited to bring you this hot and sweaty podcast.
With over 25 years of experience each in the health and fitness industry, we're here to share hilarious, heartwarming stories from our lives and careers.
And offer practical nutrition tips, expert exercise advice, and strategies for holistic well-being and a positive mindset.
Group X Appeal is your go-to source for inspiration, motivation, and a few laughs along the way.
So tune in and let us help you be the healthiest, happiest version of you.
So Terry, let's talk about what Group X really is, because I know a lot of us have our definitions and our perspectives about what it means to exercise with a group of people. So
Right.
I'll kick off by my traditional definition. Because
Kick it off, kickball girl.
I tell you what. He had to bring up the kickball. Okay. So you're going to understand what that means in a few minutes. So, of course, I started teaching when it was called aerobics. We're talking about group exercise classes.
Right.
So back in the early 90s, and, I had my thong. I had two favorite
It's like the
thongs.
1900s, right?
Something. I think so. Yes, 1992. I'm like 1918, definitely 1992. And we were wearing like the spandex with the thongs. Remember on the outside, what a good look that was?
I remember seeing it, not wearing it.
You wore it. I bet you wore it.
Nope, just saw it.
All right, I am seriously Google searching this later because I think I might be able to find something. But I had two favorite thongs. I had one that had these like paint splashes.
Oh, wow,
on
that's
it,
fancy.
And one that was just like neon like swashes on it, like just stripes and whatnot, block colors and everything. So anyway.
Vivid.
Yep, too much information. I get it. But back then, like, that's all it was.
Right.
And then, over the years, and thankfully so, it went from being aerobics to now group exercise, also known as group fitness, where people come together, and we expanded into a lot of different types of formats. We went more into different styles of dance, boot camp and kickboxing, one of my favorites, and indoor cycling, and then even into Pilates and yoga. But people generally still think of group exercise, coming together to exercise as a group, happening in a studio space.
Right.
And I love your perspective on this. Would you share with our listener, when you think of Group X and like working out with a group and getting healthier with a group of people,
Sure.
what does that mean to you?
Well, I think group exercise, even if you've never stepped foot in a club studio space type of environment, just know that you have been involved, you have participated in group exercise at some level, starting from a very young age when we were all in grade school or elementary school. You too, even you, before 1992, but it was still in the 1900s.
Even then, I was only 5.
Right. But, when we were in grade school, even back in kindergarten, right, we were sitting at our desks and we could not wait. We were just like frothing at the mouth, waiting for the bell to ring so we can go out for what? For recess, right? So all throughout our childhood, we really were looking forward to recess because that was our opportunity to move and play with our peers, with our friends, sometimes our frenemies, right? We'd go out there and have the best time, whether it was dodgeball, we played basketball,
Or
kickball. Right? So we were out there as a group having fun and enjoying ourselves. And it wasn't just a physical activity. It was an opportunity for us to, to experience camaraderie and teamwork and so many different social elements that are important just in everyday life. And so, yes, we have all participated in group exercise. And then as we got older, then it kind of, turned into and morphed into organized sports,
that's
right?
right.
Soccer, baseball, football, basketball,
Volleyball
whatever.
earlier.
Oh, volleyball. Okay.
And Palm Squad.
And I don't even know what that is. Uh-oh.
Seriously, you know what the Palm Squad is?
This is a group
I am
exercise
hurt.
modality I'm not familiar with.
I am devastated.
Palm Squad.
So never mistake it for cheerleading.
Okay.
But, kudos to the cheerleaders.
'Cause it's
I was
totally
not-
different.
I was not acrobatic. But
Okay.
I at one point in my life could dance.
All right.
I think I'm
You still
a
can.
little.
You still got it.
But we were the ones that would come out during the football games and do the halftime show. So we had dance routines and we'd come out and perform on the field. So that was my sport after
Oh.
volleyball in high school.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you guys call that a sport?
No, he didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh.
Oh no, you didn't.
Don't make me pull this car over to your shoulder. I will do it. We even competed.
Oh
The
wow.
first time I was ever on an airplane, I was 16 years old because we won a dance competition.
The Palm Squad competition.
The Palm Squad competition. It was a dance competition, and we won, and we earned a trip to the Cotton Bowl down in Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
16 years old, first airplane trip.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's life changing. Palm Squad.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you know. You didn't know,
Well,
but now you know.
It's probably going to be the next Olympic sport in 2028,
It
isn't
could
it?
be.
I think that's awesome. I love it.
Bring it on.
Yeah. So group exercise, we've been doing it for ages, forever.
Yeah.
And now, it kind of evolved into, as adults, we get to do recess
Yes.
in the group exercise environment at clubs and, fitness facilities and studios. And we still get to play
Yeah.
as soon as we get out of work, waiting for that bell to ring.
I know, right? I bring my own belt. Okay, wait a minute. That sounded a little
Okay,
inappropriate.
I was not on that wavelength. I was thinking of a song, but that's okay. You can, but you just ring your own bell, Kimberly.
I will.
You enjoy yourself ringing your own bell. Where's the Kleenex?
But what I love is that, of course, you and I got into the health and fitness industry teaching classes in studios, and
Yeah.
we love it.
Yeah.
But something else people might not know we also love is getting outside
Yes.
and exercising with a group. And I don't know about you, for me, well, I know for you, hiking is a
Yeah.
huge passion. Hiking is probably my number one favorite activity on the planet.
Yeah.
So hiking for me, but of course there's running, cycling. People come together in groups and do all kinds of
Yeah.
activities. And so,
Yeah.
what are your favorites there?
Absolutely. Well, I walk by myself, but when I'm out
yeah.
walking, I love going to the park. And in my community, it's really cool because there's some more mature adults out there that are doing Tai Chi early in the morning as the sun's coming up, which is awesome to see. It looks so peaceful and just
Yeah.
graceful. But yeah, hiking is one of my favorite. We've got a hiking group that we've had for almost actually a decade now.
That's
Oh my goodness,
incredible.
10 years now,
Yeah.
where we'll get together on a Sunday and we'll go hike somewhere, try something new, or we'll stay at the same spots.
And
But-
you actually introduced me to my favorite hike.
Yeah.
My favorite hike is here in Orange County, California, over in Silverado, and it's called Black Star Canyon.
Yeah.
And Terry had told me about it, and we talked about it for quite some time. We finally made it happen.
Finally.
And to ensure that I did not forget the journey, at one point on the trail, Terry walked a bit ahead. And I thought I was just a slower hiker, and that's fine. I'll catch up eventually. And sure enough, he went ahead with a stick, a branch, so that he could jump out at me and scare me as if the stick were a snake. And caught it on video.
I'll have to
And
post
did I
that
tell you
again.
how many people, after you posted that
He's
video
so
on
mean.
Instagram, do you know how many people told me, like, yeah, you've been initiated. Yeah, Terry does that. Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's official now. You're part of the group
broken in.
X appeal. Yeah.
I love it.
Hiking crew.
So funny.
Yes.
Very fun. So, of course, we both love teaching
Yeah.
Group X, and,
Yeah.
and we teach in the studio and on the workout floor. So, when it comes to teaching, what would you say your favorite is to teach?
Mm-hmm.
And then what would be your favorite formats to take? And I'm curious, is there a difference there? And if there is a difference, why?
That's a great question.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was still thinking of other group exercise activities outdoors as you were going into transitioning into some of my favorites, and I wanted to kind of rewind just for a
Yeah,
moment
go for it.
to share one of my latest group exercise activities. It's surfing. So we're in Southern California, and
Can
we're
you teach me how to surf?
I can sure try, but it took me like nearly 50 years to get out there, finally, because I'm afraid of shark.
I thought you were gonna say 50 years to learn.
It took me my entire life.
Damn.
Just last year, I figured it out. Yeah, I'm going to teach you now. Don't learn from that guy.
Okay, so you were worried about the sharks.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
get that.
they're a real thing.
So what made you finally?
It's funny when as soon as I turned 50, I thought, you need to get over that, get over yourself. They're not trying to eat you, even though they like dark meat, I heard.
Oh,
So,
Thank goodness.
you're safe, clear. So I just said, yeah, you need to like get over that. And one of the I love acronyms, and false evidence appearing real,
Yeah.
right? Fear, that's all it stands for, or it can mean forget everything and run. I thought,
sure, forget.
yeah, just don't forget it. But
I heard it as something else in Run, but
yeah, we'll use forget. So I
Do you want to
thought,
know my favorite acronym
tell me,
for fear?
I want to hear it.
Face everything and rise.
I love that one too. Yeah. Face everything and rise. Yeah. So that's what I did. So some friends said, let's go. They want to teach me how to surf. And their yoga instructor. So in exchange, they said, we want to teach you how to surf. And so we went out as a group and, had the time of my life. It was like one of the most fun activities. I still know that there's stuff lurking
It's true.
underneath the boards, but
they don't want you.
they don't want me. They don't need me.
No.
No,
It's not that you're not lovable.
it's not edible.
It's not edible. Good for you. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's been on my bucket list since
Okay.
I moved to California 12 years ago.
All right. So
Yeah.
our friends, our group will take you out and we'll have some fun. It's a lot of
right.
fun. It's
All right.
like I said, life changing.
All right, our listener friend out there, you will pray for me, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've heard it's hard.
It's, you know what? You have the flexibility, the mobility, and the fact that you love nature. When you're out there on the water, you don't even need to catch a wave, but when you're out there, it feels like you are so connected.
Okay.
So
and that
connected
helps you
with
actually stay alive on the board.
it does.
Okay.
It does.
Because people have said to me, they're like, "Oh, you're strong. You've got a strong core. You can do it. You've got good balance." And I'm like, "Careful. Like, make no assumptions. Treat me like I'm 5 years old. Give me the step by step."
All right.
because
Yeah. One step at a time.
I know.
That's
awesome.
pretty much
Good
what I
for
said.
you.
Same thing.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Let's
That's
start
awesome.
from the very beginning.
All right, I'm inspired.
Awesome. So back to your question earlier, the class that I enjoy teaching most, honestly, would have to be RIPT. It's our own program. So resistance, intervals, power, plyometrics, endurance, and
It better
diet.
be.
Yeah, it better be.
I'm gonna call Tina right now.
False advertising. So no, but it really is my favorite to teach.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite to teach, if I had to pick one, which is hard because they're like our children,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because for many years I've loved kickboxing and strength training and cycle, which are all modalities I currently teach. But
Sure.
my absolute favorite right now is yoga.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Love it. And what do you love most about yoga? What's the appeal for you?
I think because by design, by definition, it is meant. Now, this doesn't mean that other group experiences can't be made to be this as well, and I make every effort when I'm teaching to do so.
Sure.
But yoga, it's much more accepting and it's much more designed to go beyond the physical.
Sure,
So
yeah.
people are coming in, hitting that, and ready for us to talk about more than just the body,
Right.
and more than this just being a workout. And I feel really drawn to that. I love the fact that, in the style that we teach, it really is about finding freedom
Yeah.
of movement in your own body, honoring your body every breath of the way. So our style in particular, and the impact it has on people's lives, and it's something everyone can do.
Absolutely.
Because I know for sure, like other classes we teach,
Won't be doing that at 85.
It's not for everybody.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's why. And why ripped for you?
RIP for me because it contains all the best, to me, all the best elements of fitness. And as a former athlete, it's the closest thing that I can do that makes me feel like I'm still at that competitive level.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So because we know you love acronyms, we should probably share with the listener what does RIPT stand for as an acronym?
so RIPT as an acronym stands for resistance training, interval training, power, plyometrics, endurance, and then the D is for diet and nutrition. So we bring the nutrition element as well because it really is 80%, 85% of the results that you're looking for. If you're looking to gain weight, lose weight, lose inches, increase your energy, just be healthy. So it's not just about the fitness element. It's about adding that piece as well.
So I'm just going to assume, since RIPT is your favorite to teach, it's got to be your favorite to take too, right?
Is that a setup?
That's a setup.
That's a great question,
Checkmate.
Kimberly. You got me. Game over. So, as much as I love teaching ripped, it's not easy. It's a challenge. Yes, it is fun. Yes, it's dynamic. Yes, people hoop and holler and give each other high fives and they're sweating like crazy, just liquid awesomeness all over the place. But at the end of the day, it is tough.
It is hard. It is hard.
It's tough. So
I think you even told me one day, you're like I'm okay till I get to that first P.
yeah, the first P, power. Power is my nemesis. If I can get over, or when, not if, when I get over that hump,
Yeah.
it's all smooth sailing from there. But when I'm in it, I'm like, who made this up?
See, now my concern would be that when we get to the P, then I would pee.
No, that's actually intervals. You would definitely do that. There's there's a lot of dynamic movement in that. And yeah, that's the
Anyone else out
feedback.
there have to use the restroom right before you take?
Yeah, let us know.
Because
Or during.
yeah, and you know what's funny? I mean, this is trust me when I say I digress, but it used to be that I only had to run to the restroom before class if it was like a high intensity class with impact.
Yeah.
No, it's every class now. It's
Yeah.
an obligatory pre-class restroom run no matter what.
Yeah. So you're normal. That's okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, you were
Really?
very. Yeah, that's. We'll just go with that right now.
Sure.
Just trying to make you feel really good.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
And so
good
for
friend.
you, what's the class you love yoga? What's the class that you don't necessarily enjoy taking?
Oh, you flipped it on me.
Boom!
Whoa.
Shazam!
You did. You flipped it. What the what?
What the hell? The who the?
So whereas my favorite class to probably teach and take would be yoga, so that is the same.
Right.
But he flipped the script and he's asking what is basically my least favorite to take.
Ooh, put her on the spot.
So I wouldn't call it my least favorite. However, I'm not as big of a fan as much as I teach straight cardio like kickboxing, cycle, classes that have no element really of strength training. It's really about strengthening your heart and your lungs.
Yeah, all
It's
cardio.
cardiovascular training.
Right.
I love teaching those classes, but I'm not the biggest fan of taking straight cardio classes. I really, for some reason, I prefer and appreciate the interval style workout where
Sure.
you get the cardiovascular strength training. And maybe partially it's my own conditioning that it's more bang for your buck, time
Yeah.
well spent, but it just feels good to get into my body in that way, to have more of the bursts of cardio.
Absolutely.
And then implementing the strength training as part of the workout as well.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
straight
You put that
cardio,
really
I will-
nicely.
I will suck it up if I need
If you have to.
Yep.
If it's
Yep.
required.
If it's required. Like if I
You're such
can't-
a good sport.
If I can't pass go unless I take like a full cardio class, I'll do it. But yeah.
But it's not the go-to necessarily.
go-to.
No, all right. I get
You're not
it.
gonna
I
see
get
me
it.
running on a treadmill preparing for a marathon.
Never
'Cause I don't
ever.
even want to drive 27.2 miles.
Never ever. So
The 27 or is 26?
2020
I just blanked on that.
Well, I'm not a runner either, so I got that all
Clearly,
out of my
neither one of
system.
us are runners.
Yeah, got that
Maybe
out of my
someone could
system.
comment and tell us
Yeah, please
exactly
let us
how
know.
long a marathon is.
26.2.
26.2.
Yeah, right.
So I just threw on an extra mile for good luck.
There you go. Because you're an overachiever.
That's right. Well, I don't want to drive 26 miles either, much less run it.
Right. Why would we do that in
Bless
Southern
those who
California?
do- Right?
You'd be sitting in traffic for 3 hours.
You know, I have so much respect for those that do. I mean, that's another way to exercise as a group.
Yeah.
through running.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, there's
sure.
even the runner's high. How awesome is that? I've
It-
never in my life experienced such a thing. I've had a hiker's high.
Yeah, hiker's high for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that out of my system in college. I used to be a soccer player, and so we'd run every single morning,
Yeah.
6 a.m. during season, before class,
Yeah.
6 miles every day.
Did I ever tell you about the time? Did I ever tell you about the time that I did try
Who
running?
teach you how to spoke? What are you trying to say?
I don't know, but they messed up. They're not getting paid. In my 20s, my mid 20s, I tried to bring running into my routine just
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to be another modality to
Yeah,
train.
just to be more awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And I broke my elbow.
Running.
Yes,
How did you do that?
exactly.
We need to know.
Exactly. Who breaks their elbow? I fractured my elbow. So see what had happened.
See what had happened was.
I was running in my neighborhood and back in the Maryland, in the DC area. And so we don't really have a lot of trails there, at least not near where I live.
All right.
And so I was running on the sidewalk, and where two of the sidewalk blocks come together, one was like raised.
A little higher than the other.
And so my toe caught it. I landed, caught myself with my left arm, and fractured
Snap,
my
snap,
elbow.
snap, snap,
So
crackle, pop.
clearly, I was not meant to run.
You were meant to run at all. Well, that's,
Nope.
that was the sign. I saw the
Here's your
sign.
So one other thing we have to bring our listeners' attention to, and that is there's another way to come together as a group and move our bodies
How's that?
virtually,
Yeah.
right? You don't
Especially
have to,
nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even before the great pause, even before, we had this global pandemic, virtual was on the rise.
It's just starting to
having, the
emerge.
opportunity to come together digitally and work out, do things either with a platform like Zoom or something where you can actually be live with people, just
Right.
virtual. And then, of course, on demand had started growing before then. But when COVID hit, someone hit the fast forward button along with it, because everything went to virtual and on demand, and that just kind of blew up. And now we're kind of settling into where it's both. A lot of times people have asked
Hybrids.
me, do you think now that things have opened back up, is virtual going to go away? And I'm like, no way.
No.
Like, it's always going to be both now.
For sure.
So that people have more flexibility, because not everybody has the ability to, excuse me, and they said eat the frog first, right? So, not everybody has the flexibility to be in a certain place at a certain time, to be with other people, as much as we love that, because
Sure.
we're both huggers. But it's the next best thing.
Yeah.
To be able to feel like you're with a group virtually, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
And in fact, Ripped, I know, is on demand as well.
Yeah.
So I know he's probably not gonna promote it, but I sure as heck will. But Terry and Tina, with their Ripped program, have the Ripped Fit Factory.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
they offer a platform where people can come together and work out on demand. They're recorded videos, so people can do it whenever they want, wherever they want.
Yeah.
And then do challenges too.
We do challenges as well. And what's great is it's a great hybrid for those who may still want that social aspect, and they have, they're within proximity of their local gym or club. But there's also people that we work with that are in very rural areas. Did I
Right.
say that right? Rural.
Row,
Rural. Raggy. So they're in rural areas where they don't have access or easy access to fitness facilities like other people do. And so we work with people that are in the mountains.
And you work people.
Yeah, that too. We do it all. So so it is their only outlet for some people, believe it or not. And the convenience factor to have on-demand access to to their workouts and to their nutrition coaching and to other people who are doing the same thing, like-minded, like-spirited people. It's really become a blessing for those folks. And so, yeah.
So, to summarize, move body good.
Move body good.
Yes.
Yes.
Be with other people
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And so whether it is in, the health club environment, a community center, the
Outside.
local church, outside, at a park, running on a trail, hiking on a trail, or in a sport of some kind, because
Yeah.
adults do that kind of stuff too. Things like soccer and football.
Pickleball's on the rise too.
What the what?
What?
With the pickleball? Seriously? And
I've never tried. Have you tried it yet?
I have tried. Tyler and I have
Okay,
played. My
okay.
son Tyler. He's taught me a bit, but we just volley.
Okay.
I
That's
don't-
what you're playing. You
I'm
are
just
official pickle player.
Am I though?
You are.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because we don't keep score or follow rules or anything.
I have
it's
no
literally,
idea.
How many times do we think we can hit it across the net before
Without
we
hitting
lose
the net.
ball?
Okay. That works.
That's
You're still
how
playing.
we play.
You're still playing.
And that's how we rank how well we're doing. But I'm a little nervous to play competitively. Ask me
Right.
why.
Why?
I am so glad you asked. Because I love what we do so much,
Right.
the teaching element, that as much as I'd love to try pickleball and other things,
Sure.
The risk for injury is higher.
Yeah, that's
for
the word on the
for
street.
those of a certain age.
Born in the 1900s.
the 1900s. You really threw me with that one. Good job. Well played. But all the lateral movement, I've just
Yeah.
heard people having like Achilles issues and ankle issues and everything. So
Yeah.
I'll do it in a playful way, but yeah.
Sure.
So there's sports like that,
That's still playing as long as you enjoyed it.
and then of course virtual, whether it be live or on demand. Like there's so many ways, so many opportunities for us to come together, to have the social connection,
Right.
the connection with other people, and yet also be moving our bodies. And it doesn't have to be specifically in a studio like some people think.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing that's ever going to replace the opportunity to press the flesh, so to speak, right?
Oh my.
Are we going there again? Your mind cracks me up. I love it. Oh my.
There's so many other things you could have said.
I know, but why would I?
You know why you said it, because you knew you would get this reaction.
Because we still have Kleenex in the box. We're good.
Press the flesh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. High fives, fist bumps. Yeah, that's
high
what I was
five.
talking.
Okay.
Press the flesh, some fist
Right.
bumps. Yeah.
Of course.
That kind of stuff. Hugs.
left you hanging.
Don't leave me hanging.
I left it
There we
behind on a
go.
Fist bump. Sorry about that. Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Yeah, so nothing will
Okay.
ever replace that.
That's
No
true. I'm a
level of
hugger.
technology. Yeah, same. So, so group exercise covers all of that.
Yeah.
Like you said, it really does. So it's magical. It's a magical place.
So whether you are listening, wherever you might be listening, or if you're on YouTube and laughing even more hysterically at what's happening here, because the visual
Or not.
is something.
Especially when you're pressing the flesh.
Or pressing the flesh. There's probably be someone on Apple Podcasts right now that goes home and finds this video on
Right.
YouTube. Just to
Hashtag
see, like,
press the
what's
flesh.
happening? Where is it? Press the flesh. Okay, but here's what I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Do you participate in group exercise of any kind? If so, we'd love to know, what is that? What do you do? And why do you love it?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear
That's
that.
easy. I would love to hear that too. So, we put that question out on social media before we even launched the podcast, and it was really fun seeing some of the responses from people on Instagram. So speaking of, again, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow Group X Appeal on Facebook, on YouTube as well.
Yes.
So be sure to just go ahead and type in Group X Appeal, and we'll be right there.
Yeah, you'll find us.
Us. But you won't be able to press the flesh. So
Gotta come to California.
yeah,
for
come
that.
to California. You're always
You
welcome.
come to California. No, I can't.
Uh-oh.
I can't say it.
Uh-oh.
Come to California and we will press flesh. We will hug. Darn it. If you need a hug, come to California. 'cause
There you go. A warm
I will
hug.
you. And if you walk up to me and you look like you're about to hug me, I will invade your personal space. And I don't mean that like,
In a creepy way.
not creepy at all. It's just, I'm a hugger.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
That's
So that is it for today, yeah?
That's it for today.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us on Group X Appeal. I'm Terry,
I'm Kimberly.
and we want you to make it a great day today. Why?
Because it's a great day to have.
Yes.
Much love.
Take care. Peace out.